Very good morning and Jai Hind children. So I hope you have understood the topics that has been taught to you in the previous class. Children, we are left with the last topic of this chapter, that is coal and petroleum. So the last topic is conservation of fossil fuels. So today we will cover the topic conservation of fossil fuel. Then we will move to the oral question 1 and oral question 2. Then we will do short answer question type 1. Okay. So children, please be ready with your science book and pencil. Oral question 1 and oral question 2 you will do in book itself. Okay. You are not going to do it in your fair notebook, not in your rough notebook. Okay. Write all the answers in book. The blank which is given, write your answers there only. Okay. For oral questions. Okay. And rest, very short answer question we have already done. And this choose the most appropriate answer, that also we have done. So today we will cover oral question 1 and oral question 2 and short answer question type 1, and the last topic of the chapter, that is conservation of fossil fuel. Okay. So the first question for you children is, why we need to conserve fossil fuel? So the need to conserve fossil fuel is, first, fossil fuel is non-renewable in nature. Fossil fuel is non-renewable source of energy. We cannot renew it, we cannot form it again and again in a reasonable interval of time. Alright. So such resources are called non-renewable resources. Alright. So the resources that cannot be prepared or made again in a reasonable interval of time is called non-renewable resources. So fossil fuels are non-renewable resource and they are very essential part of our daily routine, and like our day-to-day life is roaming around these fossil fuels. Like even when we go out we require vehicles. Okay, हम स्कूटी यूज करते हैं, हम बाइक यूज करते हैं, we use public transport, we use either car or anything like that. So for that we require petrol or diesel or even at times CNGs. So what is this petrol, diesel and CNG? They are the fossil fuels. Alright, they are the fossil fuel. So for everything we require fossil fuel, and that is why fossil fuel is important and we need to conserve it. Now how we can conserve the fossil fuel, this we are going to study in this topic, that is conservation of fossil fuel. So children, please be ready with your science book. Open the chapter coal and petroleum, the last page of the chapter, that is conservation of fossil fuel, and please be ready with your pencil because after this we are going to do oral question answers. Okay, so let's start with it. So I am going to share the PDF of the chapter. So here we are at the last topic of the chapter, that is conservation of fossil fuel. So let's start with it. Let's see what is written. India produces only about 30% of the petroleum that we need. Children, we on a daily basis use the petrol and diesel. Even to go out to travel somewhere, we require the petroleum, we require petrol and diesel. This is just one example. Even to run any machine, any motor or something like that, we require oil, lubricant oil. To make waxes, we require paraffin wax. So for every small thing we require the products that we have obtained from the refining of petroleum, isn't it? Like we use LPGs. Okay, so these LPGs, these paraffin wax, petrol, diesel, all these things are highly essential for our day-to-day life. Okay, so but our country India is producing only 30% of the petroleum. Rest of the petroleum we need to import. हमें दूसरी कंट्रीज से लेना पड़ता है. हमें पेट्रोलियम, कोल, ये हमें दूसरे कंट्रीज से लेना पड़ता है. वी हैव टू परचेज इट, and that is why the economy, and this is the reason why the economy of country, that is the GDP rate, is dependent on these fossil fuels. Even from the coal and petroleum and these fossil fuels, जो भी export import होता है उसके basis पे country की GDP depend करती है. Like we are the third largest producer of coal, but we are not a largest producer of petroleum. तो हम एक्सचेंज करते हैं, हम कोक या कोल देते हैं और हम पेट्रोलियम लेते हैं, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली वी टेक द गोल्ड आल्सो, वी टेक ऑलराइट. सो दिस ट्रेडिंग ऑफ fossil fuel is dependent on, or the GDP of the country is dependent on the export and import of these fossil fuel. So India only produces 30% of petroleum. Rest of the petroleum is, we are importing it from outside. Okay, and that is why the rate of petrol and diesel is fluctuating all the time. कभी कुछ रेट बढ़ जाता है, कभी रेट कम हो जाता है. So it all depends on the GDP of our country. GDP is gross domestic product, or the complete economy of the country. Alright, so we only produce 30% of the petroleum, we import the rest. Got it? The exhaustible resources like coal, petroleum will be finished soon if we do not manage them properly. अगर हम इसको मैनेज नहीं करेंगे properly, this coal and petroleum, sooner or later this is going to end. Okay, and we are going to land up in a very drastic situation. We will be having a lack of energy resources, be it electrical energy, be it the fuel energy. We are going into that drastic condition. If we have time, if we are not using it effectively, then the time is not far that we will be at crisis of this energy. Okay, we can also use natural gas as a substitute. हम कोल और पेट्रोलियम की जगह natural gas as a substitute भी use कर सकते हैं. The reserves of natural gas discovered by us have gone up 10 times within 20 years, because in our country now the natural gas production has risen a bit from these petroleum and coal, so we can use natural gas as a substitute. Alright, and to produce electricity we can also use alternative methods. Alternative source of energy can be solar energy, wind energy, biomass, or tidal energy, or like that. Okay, so what is solar energy? So we use a solar panel. Okay, the sunlight is giving the energy. The solar panel is having diode. Okay, you will learn it later what is diode. Consider they are having electrons. That electron gets charged. Okay, and it passes the signal to the other electrical appliances. Okay, by this process this energy works. Similarly, wind energy. By wind energy, what happens? When the flow of wind is there, the turbine rotates, and when turbine rotates, motor starts and it produces electricity. So this solar wind energy can be the alternative option to produce energy. Okay, biomass, or we can say biogas. So we can produce biogas, and even the biogas is cheap and convenient fuel which are used in the rural areas. Okay, it is produced from waste product like human waste, cattle dung, garbage, etc. Biogas basically contains methane. What is the formula of methane? CH4. बायोगैस में बेसिकली मीथेन होता है. बायोगैस प्रोड्यूस होता है काउ डंग, ह्यूमन वेस्ट और गार्बेज से. ठीक है, उसका प्रोसीजर आप लोग जब हायर क्लासेस में जाएंगे तब पढ़ेंगे. सो बायोगैस इज चीप. Like we have abundance of cattle dung, we have abundance of human waste and garbage. Okay, so by using these things we can produce biogas, and we can use biogas for electricity production also, and in kitchen also. Okay, so biogas is a convenient method to replace these exhaustible resources, that is coal and petroleum. Effective use of biomass to derive many products of industrial and commercial importance has increased with the progress in biotechnology. Children, what is biomass? Biomass is basically, we are using the effective amount of the living things, like we use the remains of plants, we use the remains of animals, and we generate energy, and then that energy is used in various technologies. Okay, biomass is basically using the remains of plants and animals to produce the energy. We are not just storing it for million and million of years, but we are just converting it into gas by various methods. That is not of importance how we are converting it. So this biogas, biomass can be the alternative for conservation of fuel. Even the alternative methods can be solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy. So these all can be the alternative method that how we can conserve soil fossil fuel. So first very important thing is we should use the fossil fuel effectively. अगर हम उसको इफेक्टिवली यूज कर रहे हैं तो हमें ऑल्टरनेटिव मेथड की तरफ जाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, लेकिन इसके अलावा हम ऑल्टरनेटिव मेथड्स भी यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि हम नेचुरल गैस एज अ सब्स्टिट्यूट यूज कर सकते हैं. हम ऑल्टरनेटिव मेथड्स सोलर एनर्जी, विंड एनर्जी, टाइडल एनर्जी को भी हम यूज कर सकते हैं. वी कैन यूज बायोगैस एंड बायोमास. So these are the few methods by which we can conserve fossil fuel, and to conserve fossil fuel it is very important. We should conserve fossil fuel, otherwise this earth and the survival on this earth will be at risk. Okay, so for this we should conserve fossil fuel. So I hope you have understood this topic. This is very like just a theoretical topic. Okay, so now children, get ready with your pencil. We are going to discuss the oral question. So oral question, we have two oral question. First is at page number 70. Children, please open page number 70. 7070. We have oral question 1 here. Page number 70, oral question number 1. Mention 4 natural resources that helped life to originate and survive on earth. What are the 4 natural resources that helped life to originate and survive on earth? Yes, children. What are the 4 natural resources? Right. Air, water, soil and mineral. These are the 4 different natural resources that has helped the life to originate and survive on earth. So children, here are the questions. So I am switching to the Word file that I am going to send you. Okay, that I will send you. So let's switch to the Word file. You can write the answer here. Okay, write here with pencil. Here you don't you will not write this oral question in your rough notebook or in the fair notebook. You will directly write it down in the book. Okay, so I am now going to share the Word file. So question and answers both are there. You can write it down. Okay. So now we have this Word file. So we have discussed question number 1. Mention 4 natural resources that helped life to originate and survive on earth. So the answer is air, water, soil and mineral. Okay. Question number 2. Natural resources are both living and non-living. Do you agree? Natural resources can be both living and non-living? Yes or no? Yes. The natural resources can be both living and non-living. So what are living natural resources? Plants and animals are living natural resource, whereas air, water, soil, mineral are non-living resources. Got it? So plant and animals are living resource and air, water, soil, minerals are non-living resources. So you can write it down. Now question number 3. The amount of groundwater on the earth will always remain same. Do you agree? Give reason. Children, groundwater is the water that is present beneath the ground that maintains the water table. जो पानी हम पीने के लिए यूज करते हैं, the water that we take from underground with the help of a boring or with the help of some tube well, so that water is called groundwater, and basically we use it for drinking purpose because groundwater is considered to be one of the purest water without any contamination or without any dust and microbes. Okay, so that is why we use groundwater for drinking. So will the amount of groundwater on earth remain same? I don't think so. No. What is the reason? Because the amount with which we are using the groundwater and the amount with which it is renewed is far apart. So the answer is no. We are using groundwater faster than it is renewed. Okay. Therefore, the level of groundwater is going down. Okay. So this is also a concern nowadays that groundwater is going down. So how we can maintain it? So we can maintain it without, like, we should not waste the water. Okay, use it effectively. जितनी आपको ज़रूरत हो आप उतना पानी यूज करिए, बहुत ज़्यादा पानी वेस्ट मत करिए. Okay, so this can be the measure to conserve this loss. Okay, now question number 4. How has the increase in human population and its needs affected natural resources? ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज होने की वजह से नेचुरल रिसोर्स पे क्या फर्क पड़ा है? सो इट इज वेरी ऑब्वियस चिल्ड्रन, बिकॉज दिस human population in increasing, they require more food, they require more clothing, they require more houses. Okay, and to build house we require land, and the maximum of the land is covered with forest. तो हमें अगर ज़मीन चाहिए, अगर हमें घर बनाना है तो हमें फॉरेस्ट एरिया को क्लियर करना पड़ेगा, तभी हम उस पर घर बनाएंगे. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट क्लियरेंस ऑफ फॉरेस्ट we are damaging the natural resource, and also because we require certain we have certain necessities, like we require furniture, we require certain things that are obtained from plants. So and that way also we are affecting the natural resource. Even animals are killed for our necessities. So these are the reason why increase in human population is affecting the natural resource. So let's see what is the answer. There are more people on earth than before, and they use more resources to feed, clothe and house themselves. तो खाने के लिए, कपड़े पहनने के लिए और घर बनाने के लिए ज़्यादा अमाउंट में रिसोर्सेज यूज हो रहे हैं जितने कि पहले होते थे. ओके, सो दिस इज the reason. You will write it down. Okay, now question number 5. Sunlight and groundwater are both renewable resource. What is the difference between them? So that we have discussed. Children, sunlight भी renewable resource है, groundwater भी renewable resource है, but there is a difference. What is the difference? Sunlight cannot be exhausted. Sunlight exhaust नहीं हो सकती है. It is supposed that it will now be available for another 5 billion years. But groundwater is exhaustible in nature, and slowly and gradually it is getting exhausted. Alright, so this is the difference between sunlight and groundwater. So sunlight will never run out as sun is expected to last for another 5 billion years, but groundwater is an exhaustible renewable resource as we are using it faster than it can be renewed. Clear? So these are the answers. So if you अगर आप लोग लिख नहीं पाए इसको, so I'll send you this PDF. You can write it from here. Okay? So these are the answers of oral question 1. Now coming on to oral question 2. Children, please open page number 75. Open page number 75. Oral question 2. So oral question 2 is at page number 75. So please open page number 75, children. Okay, ready? So let's start with it. Question number 1. Name 3 fuels we get by digging into the earth. What is the common name given to them? What is this name given? Why is this name given? So what are the 3 fuels that we get it from earth? Yes, quickly. Coal, petroleum and natural gases. What are they called? They are called fossil fuels. Why they are named so? Because these fuels are naturally formed and we get it from dead remains of living organisms. Okay. So these fuels are naturally formed from the dead remains of, क्योंकि ये dead remains से मिल रहा है इसलिए हम इसको fossil कह रहे हैं और ये हमारे use में आता है तो इसलिए ये fuel है. So इसलिए हम इसको fossil fuel कहते हैं. Got it? So this you will write. Now next question number 2. All fossil fuels are made up of compounds of carbon and hydrogen. Do you agree? Give reason. So I have told you that fossil fuels are made up of hydrocarbons. All fossil fuel, be it coal, be it petroleum, be it natural gases, all these 3 fossil fuels are made up of hydrogen and carbon. Okay. So the answer is yes. This is because all of them are made from dead remains of plants and animals, which are mainly made of these 2 elements. तो जो plant और animals हैं, plant and animals not only contain carbon and hydrogen, उसमें और भी चीजें होती हैं जैसे नाइट्रोजन, फॉस्फोरस, ये भी होता है. लेकिन जब हम इसको बरी करते हैं, जब प्लांट और एनिमल्स बरी होते हैं सॉइल में, तो उनमें से सारे कंटेंट, जितने भी एक्स्ट्रा कंटेंट होते हैं, चाहे वो नाइट्रोजन हो, चाहे वो फॉस्फोरस हो, चाहे वो सल्फर हो, वो सब रिलीज हो जाते हैं. लेकिन कार्बन और हाइड्रोजन उसमें रिमेन रहता है, वो किसी और फॉर्म में चेंज नहीं हो पाता. इट इज रिमेन्ड इन द स्टोर्ड फॉर्म. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई ऑल द फॉसिल फ्यूल्स आर मेड अप ऑफ carbon and hydrogen. Clear? Now next, what is better, coal or coke and why? So children, we know that coke is the pure form of coal. जब हम, if you remember the diagram of destructive distillation of coal, तो जब हम कोल को पूरी तरीके से गर्म करके और उसके सारे वेपर को निकाल के जब हम उसके सारे कंटेंट निकाल लेते थे और जो लास्ट में रेसिड्यू बचता था उसको हम कहते हैं कोक. सो व्हाट इज कोक? कोक इज द प्योरेस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ कोल. जब कोल में से सारी इम्प्योरिटीज निकल जाती हैं, जब उसमें से सारे कंटेंट निकल जाते हैं, तो जो इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट, जो रेसिड्यू बचता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड कोक. सो कोक इज बेटर फ्यूल देन कोल because this can also be the reason that coal gives out the polluting gas, okay, but coke does not emit the polluting gas. So let's see what is the answer. So the best fuel is coke. It is because coke is an almost pure form of carbon unlike coal. Clear? So this is the answer. Now question number 4. While refining petroleum, which property is used to separate petroleum into its various factors? So we know that the separation is done on the basis of difference in boiling point. तो जैसे जैसे boiling point change होता रहता है वैसे वैसे वो condense होता रहता है किसमें? A refining tube में. Got it? Now next question, question number 5. Nowadays, a number of vehicles run on CNG. What is the full form of CNG? Compressed natural gas. What is the advantage of using CNG over petrol and diesel? Petrol and diesel is somewhat polluting gas, whereas CNG is non-polluting fuel. Got it? So CNG is non-polluting, whereas petrol and diesel produces pollution. So these are the answers of oral question number 2. Children, you can write it down. I'll send you this PDF. You can go through it. Okay. So that was about the oral question 1 and oral question 2. Okay. So children, we have already done. So we are done with oral question 1 and oral question 2. We are done with choose the most appropriate answer and short answer question, like very short answer question. Children, I have given you the homework yesterday to write the new words and draw the concept map. So I hope you know the pattern. First you will write the date of yesterday. You will write the name of chapter with black pen. Then you will write the new words. I think there are only 2 new words, so write it down. And on the same, like on the left hand side, that is on the blank page, you will draw the concept map. Okay. So this was the pattern. You should follow it. Children, when we will have this Zoom live class, when we will have that interactive session, I'll ask you to show your notebook. So please complete your notebook till then. Okay, you have your timetable, you know when is your chemistry Zoom class. So I'll ask you to show your notebook. So please complete your work. Okay. So now I have told you beforehand. So start doing your work. Okay. So I hope you have done the new words. I hope you have done the concept map. That was your homework. Now coming on to the short answer question type 1. This you will do in your fair notebook. Okay. You will do short answer question type 1, type 2, long answer question and thoughts in your fair notebook. So you are very well aware of it. So let's start with the short answer question type 1. So I am going to share the PDF again. So let's start with it. Short answer question type 1. Answer in a sentence or 2. Question number 1. Children, in this few questions are omitted. Like question number 4 is omitted from the syllabus. 7 and 8 are also omitted from the syllabus. Okay. So you are not going to write these 4, 7 and 8 questions. Rest of things you will write it down. Okay. So question number 1 is differentiate between renewable and non-renewable resources, giving 2 examples of each. So what is renewable? So renewable resources are those resources which will either never run out or that are replaced within a reasonable period of time through a natural processes are called renewable resource. So we have to give example also. So examples are sunlight, air, water. So sunlight, air and water are the examples of renewable resources. So children, that's it. We are over with the time. So that's all for today. We'll continue with this short answer questions again. Okay. So short answer question type 1. I am sending you this PDF. You will continue with this. You will write it down in your fair notebook. Then we'll discuss it later. Okay. So that's all for today, children. Thank you and Jai Hind, children.